Yo, what's poppin'? Welcome to Bhroman Braapsody. This is where we review cars, motorcycles, do a bunch of fun stuff. And today I'm here in Tennessee with my buddy, Vish to Ride Moto. And I was here hanging out with him and I found this sitting around. So I'm like, hey, let's film it.
That is true.
So what is this bike?
This is a 2022 Indian Challenger Elite. This was the first year when they released the Elite model. And I believe they had it at 150 limited edition version and only 144 production out on the road. And so this is number 126 out of 144. So it looks like a monster, but it's tameable. So that's what I love about these bikes.
And in today's episode, we're going to talk about the bike. I'm going to show you the features. I'll take it out on the road, share my thoughts with you guys, talk about the cost of ownership, and assign it a Bhroman score.
Absolutely.
So if you guys are new to Bhroman, give us a like, hit that subscribe button. We put out content every week, and your support would mean a lot. It's me, it's your boy Bro, and I am your Bhroman. We've been friends for a while now, and his addiction is motorcycles.
That is correct.
You're up to 27?
27. I should say 26, preliminary 27, because we sold one yesterday.
And him and I are going on a coast-to-coast ride, the ultimate coast-to-coast. We are riding from Prudhoe Bay, Alaska to Key West, Florida. And we would be riding for the Pediatric Brain Tumor Foundation. So it's for children with brain tumor and brain cancer. So stay tuned. We'll have the videos out on this channel. And we're gonna have a great time. So the first time I saw this bike, I thought it's a Pursuit.
Yes, correct.
I was like, hey, you got a Pursuit? And he's like, no, that's a Challenger Elite. Yep. So what made it look like a Pursuit? The tour pack.
Yep.
And the lowers. So you add those, it's basically a Pursuit, minus the few electronics that the Pursuit comes with. So I've seen your collection.
Right.
And your collection is mostly exclusively cafe racers.
Correct.
Couple of naked bikes.
Yes.
And then mostly super sports and sports
Pretty
bikes.
much, yep.
Both, like vintage, new, classics, all of it.
True.
And the other thing in your collection I've noticed, because I've been paying attention, they're Japanese or Italian, and a couple of Germans.
Germans, yeah.
So what made you go for something that's American and a cruiser?
Well, number one, if you're in America, you got to represent. You know, when you sit on a bike, when you ride it, and the feel of the motorcycle. So what had happened is I was in Barber for the Vintage Festival, and that's amazing. It's a big event. A lot of manufacturers come out there, and you sign up. But I actually have ridden an Indian motorcycle before, so my uncle is a big fan. I mean, matter of fact, he's the guy who injected the addiction of motorcycles into me. So he has a Roadmaster back home, and I rode it, and it feels like a royal bike. It's comfortable, and I think, don't you have one?
I have a Roadmaster.
Yeah, so I happened to test ride an Indian Challenger. And like I said, this one is modified with the lowers and the extra tank back here, but if you take that off, there's a lot of weight difference lifted. This bike, phenomenal performance. The horsepower to the weight ratio, the torque ratio, and the handling was just so amazing. And like he said, sport bikes, dual cafe racers, I like to lean. And it was so amazing, tameable in the curves. And that's what made it really more extraordinary.
Well, thank you so much for letting us do this.
Absolutely. There you go. The key's yours.
All right, so let's go do a quick walk around, and then we'll take this out on the road. It's got that beautiful fixed fairing, round headlight. Those are turn signals and DRLs. It's got that Indian headrest logo in the front, and it lights up. It lights up. So cool, right? And then it's got driving lights at the bottom. That is cool. And check out this paint scheme. This is just perfect. You got the black, the gray, the black, a little bit of red. The Indian logo is in red. This is nice. I love this. I love the fit and finish and the paint quality on this. And in the front, it's got these massive dual discs with Brembo brake calipers. See the steel braided lines. And this bike has a 25-degree rake angle. What's a rake angle, you ask? Draw a perpendicular from the steering mount for the fork tube. That's your rake angle. Shorter the rake angle, the more nimble the bike is. And larger the rake angle, the more stable it is at higher speeds, highway speeds, and such. Sports bikes tend to have a rake angle of 24. Cruisers tend to have about 27, 30. So this is closer to a sports bike, dang. And then let's take a look at the heart of the bike. That's the liquid cooled 108 cubic inch motor that puts out 122 horses and 126 foot-pound of torque. And that color scheme continues on all these covers and even down there. And check the floorboards out. Wow, it's got the Indian logo. Nice. These are nice. Even the passenger footrests say it's Indian. And then you have the saddlebags with speakers in them, hard saddlebags. These open outwards, so press it and you have a pretty decent sized, and it's pretty huge actually, not pretty decent size, it's a pretty huge saddlebag with the speakers here. Nice. And then we have a massive tour pack, and same thing, opens up. It should have a light on the top. Yeah, it's over there. A very big tour pack. You see, I've got one helmet here. You can add another helmet very easily, and it should also have a USB or a power outlet here. There you go, not a USB, a cigarette lighter style power outlet. And from the back, it's a nice clean design. Turn signals, the turn signals and brake lights. You have brake lights on the top of the saddlebags and on top of the tour pack, and on the sides of the saddlebag. Pretty cool. And just look at that, man. That color scheme continues throughout the motorcycle. This is so cool. You have speakers on the fairings, and you can shut and close these depending on if it's a hot day or a cold day. If you want air, open them up. Don't want air, close them. Easy, right? And you have a little storage space on both sides. Storage compartment, quite deep. Since you have the tour pack, you have a big backrest for your passenger. I mean, the seat is so nice. And look at that red stitching. Love it. Beautifully shaped tank, beautiful paint quality here. Your fuel cap. Let's talk about the handlebar controls. You have the beautiful Indian teardrop shaped mirrors on both sides, and on the left hand side you have a toggle switch on the top. Your horn, high beams, passing light, turn signals, hazards, your music options to toggle through the music, mute him, whatnot. And on the right hand side, your power button, kill switch starter, that's to control or move the windshield. Yes, it's got electronically adjustable windshield. We'll show it to you in a minute. Keyless ignition on this motorcycle, as with most Indians. That's the key fob. It has a beautiful Indian logo on the back, and you have the lock and lock buttons on the other side. Pretty nice. You have a little trickle charger heated gear outlet on the side, and on the other side you have the driving lights button. The beautiful Indian ride command center display here, and 2 gauges stacked on top. This gives you your speedometer, and that's your tachometer with warning lights. And you have these like little digital screens down here. I think this gives you your fuel range, and that gives you which gear you're on and stuff, and odometer, I think. And that's your ride command screen. This should be a map, and you have a bunch of options on the sides. I've covered this multiple times on different videos of the various Indians I've reviewed over the years. If you pull that down, that's a quick setting, quick button for setting. So you have the 3 different ride modes. You have heated grips, and you can change your shock preloads if you're riding alone, with passengers, whatever, or with luggage and whatnot. Oh, and I have to show you guys adjusting the windshield. So if you double tap it, it'll just take it up to its highest setting. And if you play around with the switch, you can stop it wherever you want to. Double tap it down, and it'll take it down to its lowest setting. Now that we've done the walk around and stuff, do you guys know what time it is? It's 9 o'clock, let's go! So if you guys are new to Bhroman, give us a like and hit that subscribe button. We'll put out content every week, and your support would mean a lot. Let's go ahead, start her up, and take a listen at how she sounds like. Nice, the liquid cooled chugga-chugga-ness. Alright, so let's start off with our first test. Let's make a couple of U-turns and see how this puppy handles, shall we? Yeah, the Challengers have never been bad at U-turns, so this isn't. Oh yeah, fun bike, man. So let's talk about the first impressions of this motorcycle. I am sitting very comfortably. My legs, I have a lot of room to stretch my legs out. These handlebars are nice and wide. A little bit of a reach for them. They're not like pulled really back towards me. Just a little bit of a reach for the handlebars, but nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. Oh, let's move the windshield down. Yeah, boy. Man, this feels like a big bike. I mean, it is a big bike. But check this out. It's so well balanced. I love this thing, man. I love the balance on all Indian motorcycles. They do a really good job of designing these bikes for sure. This is nice, and I love the seat. The seat has a nice deep cut, so your butt fits in, and you're just sitting in it and just so comfy, so comfy, man. And that Power Plus motor, man, it just purrs along. Listen. This is nice. Oh, look, we're coming up to a stop sign. Front brakes only. Yep, no problem. Good brakes, really good brakes. And this is not a really tall bike. I can flat foot it very easily. I think the seat height is 26.5 inches, so flat footing it, not a problem. I'm 5'10", 31 inch inseam. Yep. So yeah, this is nice, man. And going around like these like small little curves, not a problem. The weight of the bike is very well centered, and what I mean by that is it's got a nice low center of gravity, so it's really easy to maneuver around. Wind protection, right? How's the wind protection on this bike? It's actually really good. The wind protection is actually quite good. I am getting some wind in the lowers because the lowers are opened, and wind on the sides, but the fairing is blocking a lot of wind hitting my head and the sides, so I'd say the wind protection is fantastic. Oh yeah, that sound, holy crap, I love that sound. Okay, so I had to pull over real quick because there was some equipment malfunction on my part. My digital recorder stopped recording, so yeah, you're not gonna get any ambient sounds. I'm using the Cardo to record the audio, and thanks to the noise cancelling effect of its mic, you don't get any other sound. It is what it is, right? It is what it is. Yeah, so it's too bad that you guys can't get to hear this awesome exhaust note of this motorcycle. It's something else. It's something else. But oh well. Let's carry on with the review. So I am in awe of how well this bike is balanced. The balance of this bike is just simply amazing. You know, it's just so easy to do this little thing, just do the side-to-side thing with this motorcycle. And this is like an 850-pound bike, so it's not like something that's super light. But you can just keep doing this, and you're sitting so comfortably. I love the seat. I love the seating position and the ergonomics, and how the bike just responds to your throttle inputs, and it's just so ready to go. Let's check out the riding modes. I think we've been riding in standard mode, yes. So let's check out rain mode, shall we? Yes, rain mode. So rain mode is where all of your nanny systems are at their highest setting. So, you know, traction control and ABS and everything. So it's designed to not let you get into trouble. So when traction conditions are compromised, it's not gonna let you get into trouble. So if you grab a fistful of brakes or you give a lot of throttle, it should not do anything for you. Let's try sport mode. Sport mode is where the fun's gonna be at. It's just gonna be that. Like, sport mode is gonna be fun mode. It's my experience with Indian motorcycles, and look, the throttle response is just so direct. It's just so direct. It's like fantastic. And like, I've ridden multiple Indian motorcycles before. I have a Roadmaster. We have the same riding modes, and it's the same thing. And when you put it in sport mode, the character just changes. Let's give it gas. Here, see. Look at it.
Throttle response is very direct, very direct. It's like ready to go. It's like, come on, son, let's play. Let's play. What you got, man? What you got? Which means it's time to do our second test, the pull test. I have it in sport mode, and we're gonna go. I want you guys... Let's go, let's go! Look at the tachometer, look at the tachometer, it's going crazy! Oh yeah, let's go, let's go! Wow, see, I told you this does not feel like a big heavy cruiser. It's fast. Yeah, boy! Okay, so is this a good bike for commuting? Well, let's look at it. It's got enough storage space, good wind protection, comfy seats, good power. Even without the lowers and the top case, you have plenty of storage space. So yeah, I'd say commuting on this motorcycle should not be an issue at all, at all. Like, you're gonna show up in style. What about touring? Is it a good bike for touring? Well, it is a touring motorcycle in that category of Indian bikes. And yeah, the seat is comfortable, your handlebars are comfortable. I'd like them a little pulled back towards me, but you have good wind protection, good storage space, good electronics, and good features and functions. Yeah, touring on this bike should not be a problem. Now, if you don't have the lowers, you might get a lot of wind in your legs and lower body, but otherwise it should be just fine. Is it a good bike for beginners? Let's put it this way. No. Hell no. Hail to the no, no, no. 120 plus horses, 126 foot-pound of torque. It's a heavy bike. It's an expensive bike. This is not a motorcycle for beginners. And by beginners, I mean people who are brand new to motorcycling. Brand spanking new. Now, if you've been riding for a few years and you wanted a bigger bike to go longer distances, yeah, this probably could be it if you wanted something a little sporty and comfortable. But if you're brand new to motorcycling, absolutely not. What about the cost of ownership, bro, man? What about the cost of ownership? In conclusion, this is the Indian Challenger Elite, y'all, Elite. So this is your regular Challenger with everything from the parts category and the catalog thrown at it. Everything, minus, of course, a few things here and there, but for the most part, it's got everything. Special paint. This one has lowers and a tour pack. That's how my buddy has it configured, but otherwise, even without those, like, it's got pretty much everything. The paint, the upgraded speakers, the power band speakers, and it's just a fantastic looking bike, and it's a very good handling and good performing bike. Like, it does not feel like a big heavy cruiser. The way it's engineered and the balance of this motorcycle is just fantastic. It's fantastic. If you're looking for like a muscle cruiser that you can cover long distances on, yet look cool for your parking lot game, and just go around town and just have a presence, yes, this is a bike for you. It's got liquid cooled engine, so great performance. And yeah, check this out. Go to your closest Indian dealership, take one out for a spin, and check it out. Thanks for watching. Keep your knees in the breeze. I'll see you soon, bro. Out.